Brawler Rewind 2022 January to February, Season 10, Year of the Tiger, where we were introduced to Fan, Brawler, who was Chitato for quite some time. Second member of Brawllywood, which now no longer exists, but at the time it did, and was much loved by the community. And also the new thrower introduced the game called Grom, which was also cheated when it came out, and the new 1 vs 1 game mode, already called Duels, was added during this season. People's interest in Brawler was maintained. It didn't grow but it didn't decline either, so we're doing pretty good. I know I'm not done yet. The gravy boat of the season is missing, and this year started with nothing less than an offer of 140 megaboxes for $2. Complete madness that made people go crazy on Twitter. March to April, Season 11. The Biodome. It is introduced to the game of Brawler with a unique and new mechanic in the whole game. And this is Eevee, as she could fly, quote unquote, through water. The Space Trio was full, and as usual, it was cheated on its release, and the game modes Cargo and Destruction came out, which at the time were good. But that's where the game died this season. Having only one brawler and not having almost reached, many people left the game for a while. May to June, Season 12. The Stunt Show, one of the best seasons of the whole year, which brought the two favorite sisters of the game named Janet and Bonnie, bringing again Janet a new mechanic to the game. This one really devoured pleasure, and Bonnie, her little sister, had a mechanic already used in the game, but very little peculiar. Both came for the same trio, and this is Stewart's, and yes, you guessed it, they were cheated so much. So Bonnie wasn't even out yet and had already received 2 nerfs. Also the new cosmetics were added, this being the sprays. And people who left last season came back. Technical pause for a second of silence for Mind Gadget's work. Okay, we can continue. July to August, Season 13, Seafloor Fight. And here, before we mention brawlers and all the stuff, it's worth saying that this peak, has been the deepest peak that Brawstar has ever fallen into. In other words, his worst moment. You could say that Brawstar's stats went to the bottom of the sea. They introduced the new brawler Otis Brawler, who didn't convince people very much, and as much as it might surprise you, it wasn't cheated. The game mode Hunters was added to the game, which died there, and Penny was given the long-awaited makeover, and Brawler collaborated with BTS. By this point, people literally buried Brawler. Many already thought him dead. But October Season 14, the Robot Factory, in the one where they introduced Brother Sam to Belle and Gus's trio, gave way to a new trio, and yes, they were broken. The two created and revived, quote unquote, the Brawler lore. But this was not the highlight of this season, but plans for the future. Brawstar threw the house out the window and showed all the plans they had for the game in the future, and this, believe me, gave a big high to everyone. So many people came back to the game. November, December, Season 15, Ghost Season. These 2 months have been without a doubt the best of the year, due to the rework they gave to the years. They introduced more to-getters Brawler, among them a legendary one and the most notorious change, and that had the most impact on the game: the elimination of the boxes, bringing changes in the Brawler Pass, Trophy Path, game economy, and the general game progress system. And not to mention the bugs of this season, because the mess was unbelievable. These 2 months have been the most productive months in terms of new players being loyal, surpassing the figures of more than 15 million new players. And so थोड़ा वक्त मैंने बदल देना सीन ही, थोड़ा वक्त पूरे होंगे सारे ड्रीम भी।